want the TN with NAFTA.
Pilot pro.
Hello and welcome to episode 40 of the English show. Look at where we are. My name is Stephanie of Beltran, Brito, accompanied by my socios. Gil, how are we doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
The attorney más tropical.
I am.
Alexis,
Most
how are you?
tropical.
Today you're very fancy.
Hey, man, just getting my day in court, that's all.
Okay, well,
You know?
we don't know what for, but hopefully it's for something good.
Manslaughter.
You've wondered where Andrea is.
She's alive.
All right. Well, yeah, now she's going to get a bunch of emails. Are you alive?
She's not AI.
Welcome, guys. As always, for those who may be new to the format, we answer all of your immigration questions live, and you can ask your questions on all platforms, on Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, on all the platforms. We're on them. Let's jump into a little bit of immigration news first, and then we could go ahead and continue with the questions. Let's go.
Go for it, Alex.
I guess first one's kind of big. Department of State announced that they're allowing expedited appointment services for Mission Mexico. So the embassy and the consulate in Mexico, you can apply for a B2 expedited appointment. The fee, Gil, I think you
$750.
$750.
Yep.
Right now, this doesn't mean that you will get the visa. It's just you'll have the appointment sooner. It's kind of think of
Within
this as a
10 business
2
days.
weeks. Yeah, 10
Yeah,
business days.
you should be able to have the appointment.
So listen, they're trying it out. They're going to see how that goes. Obviously, Mexico being a neighbor, we have a lot of people that do apply for the tourist visa. I think they're testing it out to see how it runs through. The program should last through December 31st, 2026. And if they expand it, other programs should also end at the same day. Because again, this is just a test run.
Let's talk about how significant that is. Currently, they're reporting wait times for the B2 at 4 months. So what you're essentially looking at is a reduction in about 3 months of getting your tourist visa appointment. So it is good. Remember to be able to still take proof of your ties to the home country, that's still going to be something that they're very much looking at, particularly because you're speeding up the appointment. They want to know kind of why. So it's good to definitely take ties to your home country.
Absolutely.
Did we discuss I'm confusing the Thursday show with the Monday show. Did we talk about asylum or no? We didn't talk
We did.
asylum.
I'm pretty
On
sure
the
we
Spanish
English
show.
show?
No, on the Spanish show.
For sure, we
not
did on the
not
Spanish show.
Yeah, because that came out on the 27th. That's why I don't think it was
on Tuesday.
Was it
Maybe
was
we
on
missed
Tuesday?
it.
If we didn't, just be advised, any future asylum applicant, any current asylum applicant, there's a new rule in place by the government, basically Department of Homeland Security, that's going to say, unfortunately, not every asylum applicant will have the opportunity to have an immigration interview at the local USCIS asylum office. Unfortunately, a lot of cases are going to start being referred directly to immigration court and bypassing that. Their reasoning for this is they don't want people to have, like Stephanie articulated, 2 bites at the apple. They don't want people to have now 2 opportunities to win the asylum. That's one of the reasons. 2, I would say they're also trying to, according to them, expedite time frame, make things more streamlined. So things are going directly to immigration court, which is surprising considering immigration court has a huge backlog right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're assuming they're going to be adding a ton of immigration judges, hopefully. I wouldn't, but I also saw something else, Steph. I don't know if you guys saw this, but they said that they were thinking of creating normal USCIS officers into temporary judges to make expedited removal a thing again.
That's also very relevant because what happened was that they have been trying to hire immigration judges for a while, and it looks like there have not been a lot of people to fill the positions, particularly because what's funny is, remember when we were looking at it, the job position, the job posting for the immigration judge, it was essentially like 0 experience needed.
Mm-hmm.
But we were like, well, this is concerning. But there was a sense that it was very much like you needed to line up on ideology, and many individuals are not
interesting.
indicating that in
That's
their interview.
interesting.
So not a lot of people are filling the position. So that's where they're almost back logging and going into the USCIS
I wonder what type of
officers.
psychological questions they're asking there to get to the brunt of it.
supposedly it was what Doge was saying, which was essentially like very pointed questions of like, will you uphold, instead of will you uphold INA, will you uphold like the administration's policies?
The policy. Yeah.
And so the majority of people were like, no, we're going to uphold the INA.
Of course.
Right. And
which is right.
the
Which is
correct
right.
answer.
Right. Which
So
is
they
right.
haven't been able to fill many of the immigration judges' positions.
Well, there you go. So
Yeah.
that's a good reason to have other people that are not judges
Yes,
adjudicate
officers.
these cases. But then it doesn't make sense to me. Then it would make much more sense to me for them to say, we're going to adjudicate more with USCIS. And with USCIS, that will have the effect of a order
Right.
from a judge.
Right.
But I'm assuming it's because it's two separate departments. And that's the
Absolutely.
issue.
Yeah.
And that's the issue.
I mean, we're talking about affirmative petitions
Mhm.
being sent to EOIR and now becoming defensive.
Yes.
Yeah. What can I
Yes.
say?
Yes. So I guess maybe even the idea of an affirmative asylum is no longer a thing. Like it's, I mean, I guess you could call it a thing, but the reality is you're right, Alexis. It's going to be defensive the second you're put in court. So does that even make sense doing affirmative asylums?
I mean, I think you still have to do it procedurally.
Mm-hmm.
The concern becomes there is no longer a right to an interview with that, let's say, officer. And the reasons used to be, hey, we're going to give you a set of reasons why. We're going to write it down, send it to you, why you're being sent to EOIR. It's no longer a requirement. So it feels like you're losing a little bit of due process there.
I think what we were also discussing on the Spanish show is that this might be a good, so for many years we talked, we did talk about the asylum. You know why? Because Jasper was like, are you doing asylum cases now?
Yeah.
Oh, geez, sorry.
We did.
Oh, okay.
Now I just remembered. But anyway, it's good just in case
Let's
that we
reiterate that.
we reiterate and repeat it. What we have been having consultations about all week, ever since this came out, is individuals who want to create a plan B.
Yes.
And that plan B is essentially an I-140 typically position, which is going to be something for permanent residents. We're not so much doing non-immigrant visas because a lot of the individuals don't want to leave just immediately with no sort of perception as to where or when it can get approved. But individuals are doing this plan of the I-140 so that they have something to fall back on just in case something doesn't go right with the asylum petition. So those are a lot of the petitions that we're considering now, and people are utilizing it as a plan B. It's something good that you want to consider.
That's also a good reason to reiterate it, just for that reason. That's like, listen, you do need a plan B.
Yep.
No longer 2 bites at the asylum apple. You only have one. Knowing that after you lose that, yes, you have an appeal process, but basically you have an order of removal. I could tell you, if you have an order of removal and you're removed from the United States, the likelihood of obtaining a green card via the consulate, other than a family petition, immediate relative with a waiver possibility, I just don't think that's going to happen. It's very unlikely. So if you're talking about employment reasons like a labor certification, EB-2NIW, EB-1, this or that, okay, we understand you cannot file an adjustment of status in the United States for that. But does that mean you just give up, or do you go ahead and process these cases regardless, get an approval, and then with the approval notice, go ahead and schedule an interview? As we proceed with those, we'll have much more data at what the interview looks like for this group of individuals. We have a good amount of experience with what we're seeing with people that were asylum and then jumped into TPS. And then from TPS, we were doing O1 visas for them and green cards for them as well.
And then something I would say is many of these individuals, they are here currently on asylum. They're probably already working with a U.S. employer, right? So because you already have the fact that you're working with a U.S. employer, that's something that you really want to consider as far as a perm petition. Perm petitions are probably your absolute safest bet at getting an approval. So, and a lot of these individuals already have U.S. employers.
Yes.
So it is
Because
getting
they have
your US
authorized
employer-
employment. They have
Exactly,
authorized
because
employment.
asylees have authorized employment. So it's
Yes.
getting your employer on board,
It's a
doing
great
a
plan.
perm petition. I think it's a really good idea for you guys.
Definitely.
Other news, U.S. Mexico Canada agreement, right? NAFTA.
What's up?
Trump's-
Hold on. What's up with NAFTA?
Yeah, well, it's set to expire July 2036.
No pressure.
And so Trump's like, we're not renewing. So everyone's like, arms up in the air. What's going to happen to my TN visa, right? If you're Canadian or Mexican. Right now, nothing. The agreement is valid through 2036, July 1st, 2036. And therefore, renew, apply for it for the first time. It's still valid. These are long-term talks. So if there's an issue, you'll hear about it in 8 years. Don't worry about it. Some people are freaking out.
Are you
How
still
many-
going to be working
How many? Me?
in 8 years?
8 years? Why wouldn't I be?
Why
I don't know.
stop?
Maybe you will be finally.
You think
on
I'm
beach.
dead?
No.
We're like, what? Why?
Maybe you'll be on a beach.
Why wouldn't I be
retired by
working?
then.
No, what are you
This is
talking
fun.
about?
This is fun.
I'm gonna tell you something. I
Come on.
was coming to the office this morning, and I was so happy to come to the office and come to work. You have no idea.
It was because
I'm a weird guy in that regard.
Just to
Like
see
it's
me,
like
right?
I love my job. I love coming into work. I love the days that we do the show. I love the show. I love talking to people and giving advice. So yeah, I've said this many times, and I really mean it. I have zero desire to retire in my life. I will be 80 years old and probably working in the office, not necessarily with you people.
Sure.
But I will be working, but I'll be working with someone.
You know what happens, Steph, when we open up the satellite offices around the world? In Mobile, Alabama.
We already know where you're going.
Mobile, Alabama. I don't know. Immigration office. Actually, it was surprising. You probably get a lot of, there's a lot of immigration in Alabama, man. Yeah.
Of course. It's
Yeah,
beautiful. Rolling hills.
Roll Tide.
Oh, no, never. Never.
All righty, let's go with the question.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going in order. How lovely.
Please.
Morena. Hey there. So my O1 expires this October. I filed for EB1 through consulate, so I'll go back to my country and wait. Okay, that's fine. Can I still come to the US under ESTA while I wait? No more than 2 to 3 weeks. Yes, you can. Think about this though. Just make sure you have, I would advise you to make sure you have like your old O1 approval notice. If you have the visa in your passport, great. They may ask you some questions about it. Oh, you're coming back on the ESTA. Weren't you here on an O1 recently? What happened? It could also make it look like you just want to immediately return to the US after your non-immigrant visa expired. I'm of the opinion that the best thing you could do, especially in this first trip, Morena, spend a bit of time outside of the US before you make that ESTA trip. Like, I don't want you to be gone for 30 days and then come back for 2 or 3 weeks. I would say be gone at least 3 months, 90 days, and then come in again as a tourist. I have no issues. Again, you might do the, leave 1 week and come back the next week on ESTA. That's a really bad idea, I think, because you may have a problem, especially if they see that you've already an intending immigrant. You've already applied for an immigration process for an immigrant visa via the consulate. So my advice would be wait a bit before doing the ESTA. Yes, you can come on ESTA. It doesn't matter that you come in on ESTA or a tourist visa, B1, B2. If you have an I-140 petition pending, it does not affect it at all.
All right, let me go to Moises. Moises, hi, my dear friends. What's the impact of July 31st, de Moura Gomez versus Rubio? This guy is on top of it. Order on motion prelim injunction, finding 75 countries suspicion unlawful. Could this lift it soon? I mean, it could be, right? So let's talk about it. I think it was this week where they essentially said, a judge said, and I got to tell you where the judge is located because that I don't remember. Anyway, a district court judge said that the 75 country ban is unlawful. If we look and we compare that with other situations, it's been 2 ways, right? So we had, for instance, judges saying that the removal of the TPS from one day to the next was unlawful. That ended up going nowhere. That ended up ultimately losing on appeal. And then ultimately the Trump administration was able to cancel the TPS. So in that example, the district and preliminary court judges' finding was irrelevant. Now, for the other case, which was the Venezuelan pause, the judge did find that it was unlawful to go ahead and pause against, and I'm saying Venezuelan, but it was honestly the 19-country pause. When it was the 19-country pause, including countries like Venezuela and Haiti and Cuba, that one, the judge found that it was in fact unlawful, and USCIS responded saying, hey, listen, while we do not agree with the judge's determination, we are in fact going to begin adjudicating these cases. So it could go either way. We could get a communication from the Department of State saying they're going to respect the ruling. We could get a result from the Department of State saying they're going to appeal the ruling via the Trump administration, and they're going to go ahead and wait until we have a final result, typically through the Supreme Court, right? So we have to see. It was just a couple of days ago recently, so we don't really have information now. We have to wait for that response. More than likely, USCIS is far more likely to take action than the Department of State. So I do not think that you're looking at a 75-country pause in a lifting of the pause in any near future, let's say. District of Columbia, District Judge.
DC.
Just saw that.
Yeah. U.S. District. Look at his name. Amit Mehta.
Judge Amit Mehta.
Why does that sound familiar?
In probably Indian background, from India, you know? Maybe he's
Well,
maybe he's from Wisconsin.
So let's see. Let me see. We got to basically keep watching
I
it.
mean, TBD, right?
It depends if the Department of State is like, okay, we're going to respect it, which I really doubt.
So far, nothing's changed.
Yeah.
You know, but let's just read it really quickly here. The Department of State has enjoined from applying the public charge policy to the plaintiffs in order to re-adjudication their visa applications on an individual basis within 60 days. That's very different than the pause being lifted, though.
Correct.
That's a very different thing.
You have to do it within 60 days.
Okay, so at least they have to comply within 60 days, unless
I also think it was individualized.
Yeah.
I think it was only to this. He didn't say.
See, the case challenged the blanket use of this.
Right.
Okay. And then he says individualized public charge determination. So I guess not a blanket.
Full country.
They can't have a blanket 75 country or
there.
whatever, Colombia, let's just say, you know, to go ahead and they actually have to determine on an individual basis, which clearly makes sense. And by the way, it's how they've always done it.
Sure.
Like that's how they were doing it previously.
I mean,
So
we're not at war with any of these countries, right? So,
well,
look,
the exception of Iran,
we're not at war
according
per
to
se.
well, this is interesting. Just a clarification from Bloomberg, which is good because it was a long decision. The judge limited his order to the specific parties involved. He chose not to issue a
the named
sweeping
plaintiffs.
nationwide.
Yeah,
Really?
it clearly says applies only to the named plaintiffs.
He chose not to issue a sweeping nationwide freeze. I'll be honest with you. Even if he had, I don't think Department of State would have been like, cool.
Yeah,
I don't think
let's
so.
join.
Moises, it's not going to help us.
Not for now.
Not yet.
I think the one that's really moving is Clinic Rubio. Clinic v. Rubio. I think that one might lead to some relief. Let's see.
Yeah.
Because that one's getting a little more traction.
Yeah, the Clinic v. Rubio. I think that was also filed beforehand. Right?
It's also Southern District of New York. So
Hey.
it's going to have more like.
Cruz likes what she sees.
She
She says,
Mm.
wow, you're guapo.
Hey, we brought it today.
We?
Están.
Only you.
Guapo?
Están is plural, man.
No.
Oh, I think me and you are always guapo.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, you're doing all right stuff.
Go ahead.
Let's go with who's this? Tapo Annie. Hi, I hold O1B status and need to apply for an extension before October. 6 years with an O1B. My passport expires in October. Okay. Just like my O1B status. Here's part 2. It could take more than 30 days for my new passport to arrive. I'm worried that putting my legal status at risk. Is there a legal way to apply for an extension without having the new passport? You need the new passport, honestly. I would suggest getting that done sooner rather than later. Take into account the time it is pending and if you can expedite it.
Y eso está desastroso. Because in order to apply for the extension, you need the valid passport and it's expiring in October.
Yeah.
I mean, she just needs to get a new passport urgently.
But she's saying
I-
supposedly they're
well,
going to take 6 weeks.
Well, 30 days, right?
So it's okay.
I would
mean,
say we're in August.
yeah, it's
You have
okay.
2
Yeah,
months.
you have time.
You get it.
You're going to do it tomorrow.
Apply tonight. No, apply tonight.
Tonight.
Fill out the application tonight. Get that in. If there's a way to expedite it, do so. You could file the I-129 with a current passport. What happens? Let's say, in theory, you file and you have 6 months left. Your job offer could be for 3 years, right? That's the max. They're going to issue it only for 6 months. They won't go past that. So,
or they might not issue it
or
at
just
all.
not issue it at all.
You're
right?
gonna you're gonna get an RFE for that passport.
And then maybe at that time you apply with and you provide the new passport. It's a risk. Do everything you can to get the new passport in time before you file. And if you file on the very last day, I'm fine with it because guess what? You'll have legal presence during the time the application's pending, but you'll have the passport.
I think, okay, let me just get this straight. Hold on. Bereavement counselor.
Oh my God.
He's the guy that
Mm.
works at a funeral home and comes out
Mm.
and is the one. You would be fantastic at that job because it requires a guy that has.
It's so terrible.
I believe it requires that
heavy.
job requires
That's
somebody
heavy.
that's like you,
That's heavy.
that is able to
Heavy.
to listen to people and to really listen to them.
So,
You know,
They let you choose the cards that they're going to get.
he's like, would you like?
Do you like this card? It's modern. Would you like-
Well, little morbidity. Cool. I'm from Venezuela. I was deported and I'm currently in Mexico. sorry about that. If I apply for an EB2 NIW from here, would I still be able to go through consular processing, or have I already lost the opportunity? You could go through consular processing. That's not a problem. You could win your EB2 NIW. You could go through consular processing. The issue is you've been removed from the United States, and you weren't removed. You're deported. Okay. So there's different terminology there. So, okay, removed, deported from the United States, you're probably not going to be given a visa. Okay. That's the truth. Unless there's an extenuating circumstance, I would say potentially waiver opportunity for United States citizen, immediate relative, children, or spouse.
Right.
Waiver opportunity. I would say start looking into that already. The waiver is going to be a multi-year process. Unfortunately, this is not a 601 situation, Alexis. This is a 212 D3. I'm sorry, I'm not.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm confusing my waivers. I think maybe D3 is criminal instead.
It's 212.
It's 212, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you would do a 212. As I understand it, is that what did we come to the conclusion last time, Steph? The 212.
When
No,
we were talking about
601 and
601.
Yeah, not the 212.
You had to be in the United States.
Right.
601 abroad.
Abroad, but then the 212 is only pursuant to the consular officer affording you the opportunity to present it, and after they've afforded you the opportunity, that's when you go ahead and file it.
Correct.
And I'm saying from there, it's a 2+ year process.
Thereafter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you're in for it probably 4 to 5 years before you have a final result doing that. Is that worth doing it? Maybe. It might be worth it for you to do it. So if you're interested in that, Alexis would love to handle your case.
The admissibility issue there is big, though. Well,
I mean, you don't know what he was deported for.
yeah, we'd have to review it, but
Gabriel de la Cosa. My son took the oath ceremony today. They sent the notification letter just 4 days ago, Venezuelan pause. So great news.
Amazing.
Gabriel, they have removed the pause, or not removed, they have temporarily lifted the pause, which means that they can, in fact, issue your certificate of naturalization, even though you're Venezuelan. So you should be expecting that in the mail very, very soon.
That's interesting too, what you just said. They've temporarily lifted it. And that was a key word that Stephanie said there. I think everybody just assumes, Steph, that it's gone forever, the pause. Not necessarily. It could come back.
With a vengeance.
Yeah.
Like herpes.
I'm sorry, what did you just say?
We're really morbid on the show today.
It's all you, AB.
all right, let's get this out of here. Show the road. Maria BLCM. Hello, can I travel by plane if my asylum has been approved, even though I haven't received my green card yet? Listen, I recommend you have that green card in hand before you get on a flight and travel outside the United States. If you're traveling
domestic.
She doesn't say that.
Well, she doesn't say.
Yeah.
Now, if you're traveling outside the United States, you need the green card. Domestically, you do have the approval. So in theory, everything is good and you can fly. I know stories out there of people being detained under certain circumstances on domestic flights. But hey, if you can wait 4 weeks for the green card, avoid the issue just in case you have a rogue officer,
No, but this is the thing. Her asylum's been approved, but it could be a year before that green card's approved.
Yeah.
That's the issue. So should she be traveling domestically? I think it's okay. Probably.
You just be mindful. Take all the
Can
documentation.
you provide
and
Alexis's cell phone number so you could call you in case there's an issue at the airport, Dr. Blanca?
305-860-4050.
I was like, whoa.
Oh, geez. Yeah, that one, I'm kind of
It
iffy.
should be, historically, it's fine.
I'm iffy on what to say with COS pending, AOS pending, asylum pending, because the reports are true.
And they're not good.
It's bad.
You don't have status.
And people are being detained.
Yep.
So should you avoid these situations right now? I think it's unlikely you're going to run into a situation that you're going to have a problem individually, but it's not impossible. So we're kind of stuck in this position where we're giving advice, and I think the advice has to be conservative regarding travel and regarding ICE. Like, it just has to be conservative. Like, we can't say, like, yes, I would be honest with you. Yeah, you're probably totally fine. Travel, you don't have to worry about anything. That's probably true.
Yeah.
Is there a chance that you could be detained? I don't think so, because you do have the asylum approved
Sure, in
already.
Maria's case,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And her, I don't
Yeah.
think that she'll be detained. But
think-
anyways.
carry the approval, carry all the documentation showing that everything's been approved, and you're just pending the green card, and you should fly.
Jose, what are the most common reasons for RFEs on EB3 per I-45 phase, and also causes to interview? Good question. What are the most likely reasons? It probably has absolutely nothing to do with the perm sponsor or the I-140. It probably has everything to do with your legal status. If you're in the obviously you're in the US, you filed an I-45. So for showing your previous non-immigrant visa status, making sure you are admissible and you are eligible for the I-45 and to be able to adjust your status, that you've never spent more than 100 days, 80 days of unlawful employment, or in combination of being out of non-immigrant visa status, quote unquote 245K, which we've talked about extensively here. I had an I-45 RFE this morning. They wanted the transcripts from the I-20. Okay. Okay. So we got the transcripts for the I-20. They were on a student visas. We're submitting that. We just got one on Friday because the doctor in the medical exam didn't didn't date the medical exam.
Yeah.
Okay. So guess what? My client had to go get 2 new medical exams and send, and go ahead and send them into the local office. So it could be that technical stuff. Oh my gosh. I got another one on Monday. Divorce decree. The last page of the divorce decree is a little bit illegible. Okay. Can you please send a better copy of it? Okay, we're doing that. So we're submitting it. So it could be nonsense, or it could be picking you apart. So it's really important always when you're filing an I-45, you have to take a very good look at your non-immigrant visa status, and that you're up. I'll just give you an example. Something that's happening right now in immigration interviews. They're reviewing your non-immigrant visa history for EB cases. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Marriage cases, no. But for EB cases, they're reviewing it. And I think it's probably time for us to do another interview prep little video or segment on the show, just because I have seen a shift. And I'll give you the example. If you had I-20s, you need to show all your I-20s. If you need to show your transcript. Did you actually study? Were you at school studying? That's one that I see frequently now. Another one is I'm on a work visa, O1 as my example, because I have a lot of O1 clients. You have 2 O1s and now you apply for a green card. Show us that you maintained your status during your O1. Did you actually work for the employer? Good thing is the bulk of my O1s are done as representatives, so usually that's fine. But we do run into situations where it's a company-sponsored visa, like an H-1B, and the person can't really show everything they're supposed to. That means they're in a technical violation of non-immigrant visa status. You're now out of status, and the 180-day 245K clock is counting against you. I have yet not seen, I haven't seen any issues come from it, from either the interview, but those are the questions, and they're really picking that apart. Let's just mention this right now. And just to go, Jose, why would you get an interview? It could be completely random that you get an interview. Okay. It could be so random. You have no idea. Like you're like, why did this guy not have an interview? Okay. I've had clients that have criminal arrest issues without an interview. They just ask them for the documents. And then we have other people that have absolutely no issues, have to attend interviews. I always say interviews are not that bad. Like it's not a bad thing. But a question they're asking right now at the interview that bothers me. Okay. And me and you discussed this question either last week last week we discussed this. And the question they're asking our clients is, have you ever been in violation of your non-immigrant visa status? Okay. Guess what we put on the I-45? No, unless you were and you're 245K. Okay. But we marked no. So when we mark no on there, as of the day of filing that I-45, that dated form, my response was truthful. Now, when our clients are going to the interviews, they're saying, oh, but do you really want to respond to that on that question? Read the exact question, Steph.
Have you ever violated the terms or conditions of your non-immigrant status?
Okay, so they're saying the moment you filed the I-45 and your HOF ended, you're in violation of your non-immigrant visa status, regardless of the fact that you have authorized stay with the I-45 pending. Now, it bothers me, that question, because the day we filed that case, that was 100% true. So let me just tell you my advice to clients, because this is what's been happening. The immigration officers, not in a malicious way at all. To be honest with you, they've been very, very nice about it, or whatever. And they even tell people, listen, technically, we consider that to be a violation of your non-immigrant visa status. So we think you should mark yes and just initial it or whatever. They've been marking it yes, they've been initialing it, and they've been approving all the green cards. Okay. Now,
how are they going to use that later?
Yeah.
That's
like how are they going to use this maybe later at some other time? So it does kind of concern, listen, I understand clients are like, Gil, I don't know. The guy's like, hey, you got to either, I'm like, hey, you don't got to tell me anything. You have no choice, please. Okay. You have no choice. You have to do that because you need to conclude this interview and move on with your life. But anyways, just for people to be aware, that is a thing and it's not, by the way, one person that told me. It's now like a ton of clients have told me that this is something that's coming up. So you just need to, I would say people need to be a little bit better prepared for the immigration interviews than previously. Even, and again, not scary, Jose, not bad. It's not an issue, but it's something we need to be aware of, you know?
What about if there's a familial relationship between the sponsor and the beneficiary?
No, I mean, okay, great. So I'm of the opinion that it's fine to do a perm based on that, as long as you disclose it to the Department of Labor and to USCIS on the I-140. As long as you disclose it, it's fine. We've had cousins, uncles, but they're not like companies that have 2 employees.
Yeah, this is a legitimate job.
Like I'm talking about, she's a doctor with a medical license in the United States, and the uncle owns a huge radiology clinic.
Right.
Okay. And she's going to come and be the head doctor at the clinic. And he petitioned her, and really, guess what? Yeah. That case took forever. Why did it take forever? Because it got an audit. Why did it get an audit? Because of the familial relationship. Then we got an RFE on the I-140. Why? Because of the familial relationship. So still got the green card. Okay. It's just a lengthier process. So I tell clients, generally, we like to avoid the familial relationship if we can, but it's not prohibitive. You could do it.
Yeah. The best candidate for their job.
Alrighty, I'll go with.
Okay, hold on.
Just a little negative.
Hold on. Big accounting firm executive getting ready to give a deposition on how they funneled millions of dollars to a terrorist organization.
Ooh, T4 expert witness.
About to testify before Congress.
I'm about to testify before Congress. I like to plead the fifth.
Yeah.
I
mean, I
like to plead the fifth.
That's everyone's favorite phrase right now when they're testifying in front of Congress. Right?
Alrighty, let's go with Rafael Schifino.
Hey, can we just all agree that Fauci looks great for his age?
Fauci is looking.
Fauci has not changed in about 25 years.
That man.
He's 80 something, no?
80s.
That man's Botox is impeccable.
He's looking fantastic. I'm just gonna say, whatever your opinion is about the man.
He was born in 1940.
Damn, dude.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's rocking
crazy.
it.
He looks great.
That's what I'm saying. Like I saw him testifying, and I thought, just because we were saying pleading the fifth. So I saw him testifying, and I was just like, one thing that struck me was, my God, this guy looks great. Because you would think he's super stressed out, everything that's happened, obviously, and his job, by the way, is super stressful with NIH and with all that. Super stressful doing
plus
all that.
decades.
Yeah,
decades worth of work. 86. Wow. All right.
Hey, it's crazy. Sorry, Steph.
All right, Rafael Schifino. If you get the NBC 60-day notice, does that mean the interview will be scheduled soon? EB3, other worker from Santo Domingo. No, the 60-day notice does not provide any indication as to when the interview will be scheduled. Every 60 days, you will receive the same communication from the NBC that states that they have all the documents they need, which is what we call documentarily qualified, and that to please not sell your things, not make any permanent travel plans because you are still in queue and waiting for an interview. That you will receive it every 60 days. It is automatic. It is no indication that you are receiving an interview soon.
All right. And those populate all the time, right?
Yeah.
Like
they just automatic.
The system. It's an internal system that launches them.
I know things are a little bit slower in Santo Domingo right now, too, in general.
What
Well,
is that-
everyone
what
is saying
that
we're
supposed to
looking
mean?
amazing. That's all I'm saying.
What is this? You look tanned. You look
Everyone
very
is
tanned.
saying
Yeah.
we're looking amazing.
I don't feel it. I need a tan. I need
You're
to hit
looking
the,
good
I need to
too.
hit the beach.
You know what? We're gonna hit the beach this
I need to
weekend and
hit
get
the
a tan.
beach. Yeah,
See how the
got
rain-
to.
All right.
Sales associate at a very cheap engagement ring store, and you're really convincing the guy that
K Jewelers.
like like a lower
There
than
goes, there
Zales.
goes that promo.
K
There goes-
Jewelers.
there
That's
goes that
sponsor. That's
sponsor.
sponsor.
Out the
K
window.
Jeweler. Hey, by the way, phenomenal jewelry at K
Yeah.
Jewelers. Okay, but I'm just saying we're not talking. It's not Tiffany's. Okay, is what
Right,
we're
right.
saying. That's
Yeah,
all we're
yeah.
saying.
Just like at
Okay.
the cheapest level
Hey,
of
man.
engagement ring, and you're
Hey,
convincing the
hey.
guy like, don't worry, buddy, she's gonna love this
Hey,
ring.
man, you'll find me at the Seabold building.
I can
Okay.
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
She's not
thinking.
about the Seabold. Hey, you'll find good stuff there. Actually.
The Seabold building has great stuff.
Alexis pretending to be a diamond dealer in the Seabold building.
So-
He opens it. This is hilarious.
What is this?
My inventory.
So we have Alexis. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
This one I think was tied to your question before. I don't recall.
Yes.
You want to jump
Morena?
on it? and then
Yeah,
I'll
just
come
get
in?
Morena. Yeah. Hey, thank you, girl. Filed premium. So she filed. She's leaving the U.S. She has an O1 and she's doing the EB1 premium. I'm going to have an answer in 15 business days. Great. After that, how much longer you think it's going to take till I get my stamp on my passport? Depends the country that you're at. If it's somewhere like Colombia and you're a Colombian, for example, you're subject to a 75 country pause currently, and it will likely be a while. Get ready for, I would say, a year probably post approval before you have an interview. I mean, excuse me, the interview could come much sooner, but very likely you won't have the immigrant visa super fast. Definitely, I don't think if the pause exists, they'll interview. They're not giving you the visas. Okay, so take that information with a grain of salt. You might be interested in extending your O1 visa and not leaving the U.S. FYI, I think that's the best option because at least you're here. If it's like a financial thing, you just, cost of living, whatever, it's not worth it. Then of course I understand to go ahead and depart and wait the process. Just don't just really, balance your expectations there on how long this process is going to take via the consulate. Generally, it always takes longer than you expect. At least here in the U.S., you already have an O1 visa. You can legally live here for another 3 years, work here, etc. Talk to somebody today and great case. You could give me the breakout. Where's the breakout? There you go. Great case, O1 for years. Initially did a 3-year O1. Then the law firm has now filed what looks like the 5th 1-year extension for them. And I go to him. I said, "Can I just ask you a question? Why do they ask you 1 year? And why aren't they not just getting you 3?" I said, "Have you just been here and you haven't traveled outside the U.S.? What was the deal there, right?"
Right.
And that's what I was thinking, that they hadn't traveled or whatever, and they were just giving 1 year.
Sponsor.
Yeah, and it is because he's the CEO of the company.
Mm.
I get it.
Oh,
Listen, you should be getting 3 years
absolutely.
on that extension. Okay, especially that you're the CEO of the company. What? 1 year,
Right.
1 year extensions? This is incredible that people are doing this. Anyways, Morena, my point is you're not going to get a 1 year. You're going to get 3 years. Why are you going to get 3 years? Because we're going to know how to do it and we're going to do it the right way. Okay, that's the thing. I could tell you, I could count on one hand how many times my clients have only obtained 1 year on an extension in the last 20 plus years that I've been doing this. So I'm not saying it's impossible that you'll get 1 year. That's kind of what the law says, but there's a ton of workarounds to all of that to go ahead and get you the 3 years. Anyways, just piece of advice. So if you're thinking, it's not worth just doing a year because I have to stay, no, you could do up to 3. Okay.
Same, actually. I can't count on more than one.
When is
hand.
that's like listen, it's established. I have my legal argument for that. We have a memo that we present with it.
Yep.
We win the 3 years regardless of
All
the
the
fact
time.
that that's one,
All the
so
time.
anyways.
Let's go here. A lot of good commentary, but we're going to go with Jasper. Jasper for a second. He's got a real question. After 40 episodes of watching us, what are the best habits for organizing his case with his attorney so nothing important gets lost? Well, I'm assuming we're your attorney, right? Or where would you be, Jasper? Now, listen.
With one of the other thousands of immigration attorneys.
I know.
But they're not as great as Alexis.
No, Jasper loves us, and we love you no matter what. Listen, honestly,
We love you no matter what choices.
listen, they're all great choices. I think two things you have to do. Attorney's going to give you a list of things. So do you want to break that down? What do you have, right? Let the attorney know what you have. That's the easy part. But sometimes it's ignoring what you don't have, and we got to clear it out. So do you have that press? Do you have that judging? Give us a clear answer, because if you don't have it, then we don't pursue it. But if you do have it, we need it. Or maybe it's a maybe. Maybe there's something you can't obtain. These are things that have been offered to you before. One way that we're working today is digitally, right? Organizing everything digitally, reviewing our evidence digitally. Everything's fast. Everything's quick. We don't have to worry about timelines and sending over evidence that we don't need. So I think it's creating a plan with the attorney, communicating with that attorney, and then doing it digitally. Once you have confirmed what's there, send it over or have the attorney print it so nothing gets lost. We don't want to lose your case. We want you to win. You got to make sure every piece of evidence is there.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Here, no, I'm sorry.
No,
I kind of lost my
assume
shit.
He found a new job.
I lost my. I did.
I'm like,
I did. Being interviewed for a Dateline special because his neighbor was just murdered.
Oh, that's insane. That's insane. That's believable, though. That's believable.
Oh,
Yeah, Rob was a great guy.
I could totally see you saying that.
I talked to him once when we were taking
We
out
shared.
the trash.
We shared mangoes.
Boy. Alexa, skip me. Ricardo Rivero. I have an approved NIW preparing to file I-45 myself. Careful. Is the new public charge rule going to affect employment-based cases? Yes, the new public charge rule will affect employment-based cases. Please note that it's only going to apply to cases that are filed after September 18, 2026. So if your case is filed before then, you are technically not subject to the public charge rule. We do have a little bit of breaking news that we didn't really discuss. There is rumor, DHS is stating that they're likely not going to prepare a new form, which was the case under Trump 1, which was the form I-944.
Mhm.
What they're likely going to do is just issue a new edition of form I-45.
Oh, thank you, Lord.
Yeah. Well, how long is that going to be, though? Who
That's
knows?
good. Yeah, I mean, they add 4 pages to it, but at least it's not that 20-page separate supplement.
100%. I will say, and what we've discussed previously regarding the public charge rule, is that a lot of the questions that they're going into, they already are on the I-45. Okay, so there are already specific questions regarding your assets and liabilities within the home, regarding the maximum education level of the individual, regarding whether or not you've taken public benefits before. They're really going to expand on those questions. If you want to save yourself the headache of having to respond to all of those questions, be sure to file your I-45 before September 18th. And I will say, on this program, we're the first ones to tell you which cases you can do yourself and which cases you do not. Example, N-400 is a case that I would say, if you have no criminal history, go ahead and do it by yourself. But I-45 is a tricky petition. That's one that I really recommend using an attorney for.
Yeah.
That's the toughest form in immigration.
I would not do that by yourself.
That's the toughest form in immigration. I'm not saying it's impossible you do it, but let me tell you, there's a lot of questions on there that even attorneys find it difficult to respond to. So is it me?
Is it you?
You kind of skipped me.
I teed him up. It was my turn. I teed him up. That's why I went back to me.
Oh,
You
sorry.
skipped it.
Yeah.
I thought you had skipped me, so I was like, oh, let me just ask
Go
you.
for it, bro.
No?
Dale.
Why don't you could have told me that before I started answering the question?
Listen, you're so
okay.
passionate. You're doing great
You're
today.
doing great
shining
today.
like a
Look at
diamond.
you.
Come on. Listen, CJ Gomez. I filed my AOS October 2025 based on EB2 and IW. When can I have my EAD or my green card? Venezuelan. Listen, the EAD we filed in October, they are taking around 8 months, maybe 12 months.
And then you got the pause for 6,
yeah.
so it's like, yeah.
I would say in the next 2 months is reasonable. Double check, but I know official times I think are 10 and 12, depending on if it's SCOPS or National Benefit Center. Green card, my friend, I'm telling you, you're looking at a year and a half, I think, because of that pause. Check the official processing time. I think it's even longer than that. But
I will say,
I-45.
this week I got a green cards for one that was filed October 2025.
Venezuelan?
I'm
National?
pretty sure.
Maybe?
That's what I'm trying to remember, but I'm pretty sure.
It wouldn't surprise me that this person gets their green card before
The work permit?
the work permit.
Oh, yeah.
Because we've
100%.
been seeing that a lot,
Yeah.
like a lot.
Mhm.
So and I have been seeing good movement on Venezuelan cases.
have.
Still, premium cases are still a little sticky. They're not moving super fast on those, but we've been seeing the trickle come in, and I have been seeing a lot of Venezuelan O1 approvals. Premium processing
Sure.
clearly past the 15 days, but I'm talking like 5 months. But the good news is we started seeing all those checks rolling in.
For
They
those
started
kickbacks.
announcing, anybody watching that has a premium processing case, you might have seen an update on your profile that says something to the effect of refund issued on your case. The refund is the premium processing fee, and they're sending checks in like 30 days or so or whatever. And then as you receive the money, you're at least get a refund. Here's the question that I have for you guys.
Can you file it again?
No. Here's the question I have for you guys. Is that case now out of the premium processing track and into the regular processing track?
That's the question.
Or do you continue the premium track regardless of the refund because premium's handling it?
I think it goes to regular processing.
I think they can
don't know.
argue it,
What
but
do you
I would
think?
I would advocate that it's still premium and follow up.
I've been to tell you that my
But
experience has been that
it's
it's still
regular.
premium.
So you can still communicate with the office premium? Is
They
what you're
have
indicating?
the case.
I would. And I
Yeah.
think historically it's like that. It's just there's going to be a lot more volume
Yes.
because what happened once a year is now happening once a week.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
So
What you're saying is you can email premium
I
and they'll
have.
potentially still give you a response,
I
even
have.
though they refunded.
I've already done it.
I have. Yeah.
I've already done it. Yeah. And then Stephanie's point was great. This was her idea. She came up with this strategy, not mine or my preference, but this is her.
That wasn't
I'm
mine.
kidding.
This was a
I'm kidding.
client.
I'm kidding.
This
She
wasn't
came
even
up. She
mine.
came up with this idea, and I thought it was phenomenal.
No.
I think it's a great idea. So how about you get your money back and you immediately refile premium again and try to upgrade the case?
Fuagada.
Like, here you go, back at you, baby. Here's your money. Okay.
I think that officer's gonna
and then
gonna laugh.
and then that case gets upgraded to premium, and then
Uh-huh.
generates a receipt that says in 15 days you're going to respond, and then you start the whole bad boy back up again.
No,
I don't think
You
so.
know what I'm saying?
A client asked me. I didn't even know. I didn't even think of
I
that.
thought it was gimmicky, but it has great potential. Like, it's
I'll tell you if
gimmicky.
my client wants
Yeah,
to do it.
I think a lot of people are going to do that. Like, I think a lot of people are going to do this. So it's like, oh, it's out of premium. Okay, great. Let's do premium. But that's the reason,
the same
Stephanie.
officer's gonna come up with the same excuse.
Well, that's the reason, Alexa. I think you're correct that it's likely still premium.
Yeah.
Because they can now, oh, you put on, I'm sorry, this is already premium.
Yeah.
Rejected. That would make more sense for them to do.
Hey, man.
You know?
Test it out. Let me know how it goes.
Well, I think my client does want to test it, so I will
Yeah,
report.
man. Why not?
That's fun.
That Venezuelan premium that I sent,
Mhm.
day 15 is August 13th. So we'll have news soon.
You like to practice experimental immigration law?
Don't say
It's
that.
like experimental
I mean, I
dance.
warned the people.
It's like
I'm
experimental.
like, hey, we can try this.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Let
Is it
them
me?
tell you no. Let them tell you.
let a man tell me no.
Let a man tell you no. I'm not sure what that question is. We have great comments. Thank you so much. A lot of people. DJ K, saludo a lo mejor en gran abrazo. On the English show, I have to have it in a gringo accent. Garcia, hey, Art Garcia, how are you doing? Ari Garcia, a client since 2017. Thank you for everything. Thank you very, very much. I don't know about that. Like, is that a good thing? Client since 2020. He still hasn't got me a green card. I'm kidding. No. Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Thank you very much. Saludos desde Argentina for Alexis, the best. Big hugs. Let me tell you, you got a lot of love, Alexis, on this
Big
channel.
hugs.
You got big fans, man. A question from Insta. RJF Nieves. From B2 to F1 within the country, how long is it taking regular processing? A little bit longer, Alexis. 5-6 months.
Yeah.
I think it was
Yeah.
probably in that 3 to 4, 4 to 5, and now I think
I'm
it's
looking at, like,
jumped.
even 7 months. 8
Yeah,
months.
can we get an official processing time on an F1 right now, a current one? I'm taking an associates in January. I already completed the 90 days in the country. You could file it. You may want to consider doing premium processing on that. I'll just give you an example. I have a ton of dates that the study programs are studying, like end of August. So we're recommending people to go ahead and handle that with premium processing. Unfortunately, even with premium, it could still be 30 business days. So you might bleed into September a little bit. And I think the universities may hold it, but if not, then you have a little bit of a problem. And they actually just don't let you study. I'm talking about super legit programs of people that are studying. So it's not like they're not studying English or something like that. It's like a real degree.
I mean, the most important, and the DSO will know this, is make sure that while that I-539 application is pending, that they update the I-20 in their system to the next semester or the next start date.
Because you're going to get slammed on an RFE
Absolutely.
with that issue.
Absolutely.
And we're seeing it right now.
And they expect it.
Yeah.
They expect that that it's updated consistently up until the time that
Woof.
it went up. 12 months, maybe?
8 months.
8 months? Okay. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
For an
7, 8
F1,
months.
what do you think about the theory that they're pumping all that up so you have to do premium?
Maybe.
I believe it.
Maybe.
Like they're pumping. But then like I-140s are pretty cool. Like easy, but there's less applications. Who knows?
Russian roulette.
Traveling stethoscope salesman.
Stethoscope?
Yeah, because you really like go up to people and like put it on them and like, this is really the one for you, you know? Like, I think this is the one for you. And he like really just tests all the stethoscope and he goes all around the United States selling stethoscopes.
You know what? I got one for you though.
No, I'm not the one.
It's usually a man, but you're the woman that drives around with the truck with the music who wants to sharpen people's knives.
Oh, yes. Very Cuban.
Yeah.
Very Cuban of you.
I don't know that anyone on this show
That's a
has
Miami
ever seen
thing.
that. That's a Miami
Yeah,
exclusive.
let me
in
tell you
Ecuador.
something. In Miami, there's an old man that drives around in a pickup truck with the whole little, like a really bad F-150 beat up to hell from like 1980. And he has this whole like wood thing cover on the back with locks on it because he lives in Hialeah. And he comes around my neighborhood to sharpen our knives. And everybody knows it's the knife guy because he has a special knife music.
It's like the ice cream man.
It's like the ice cream truck, but it's the knife guy. You're like, hey,
song.
do you need a knife sharpened? Go outside to the street. The guy's going to sharpen your knife for $5. It's like, wow, that's great. Anyways, but that's
El
that.
Afilador. That is a Miami
That's a
exclusive.
Miami.
And
That's
when you're
Miami.
inside your house, you can tell the difference between the Ice Cream Man songs and El Afilador's song.
It
They have
almost-
two different songs.
It almost has a little bit of an
different.
Italian emergency, type of ambulance sound to him or whatever. Yeah.
You know
no.
when it's him.
Yeah.
It's great.
So where are we at? I guess?
Just sharpen your
lost
kitchen
it.
knives.
We lost it.
Emma, I'm just blowing through it. After the first Emma, hi Emma. After the first consultation, Beltran, Brito, how long does it usually take before the case is actually filed with USCIS? Depends on the case. I work visas, I prefer to have 90 days. O1 visas 90 days. If it's like an H or a TN, that should be less than 30 days, obviously. F1s less than 30 days. If you need green cards, that usually is going to take longer. EB1, EB2s, you're talking. You should be in the 3 to 4 month preparation range with those. And I know people want everything to be done very quickly, but let me tell you, if your attorney is doing an EB1 for you in 30 days or an EB2 and IW for you in 30 days, I just got to tell you, it's not a very good case. Like it's a case that's not put together incredibly well. So I think time is important here, especially, or unless they're just using like artificial intelligence to put your case together. But if an actual human being is working on your case, it takes time. And that's the reality. Really dependent on how, on the case type and how long. And I will just tell you the client needs. I'll give you an example. I spoke to somebody today. Her OPT expired, grace period, August 26th. 01. Pretty well documented, has a sponsor, has the 2 offers, has 10 credits or so on IMDb. I'm like, why are we not doing it? Like, listen, I'm not going to get the union letters in time, probably, but I could be doing forms this week for you. Anyways, payment's already been made. I'm doing it. Okay. So it's like, that's a very special case because I need to get that done. And I told her when I spoke to her, I said, listen, usually I like to have more time, but since you're already pretty advanced, her roommates are our clients. So they told her how to build the case. Nice. So she already has the case kind of built up. So it's nice. So we just got to edit some letters and do some things. So we're doing it for her. Yeah. And that's a compressed time scale. Okay. I'll do an O1 in a week and a half for an agent that a movie starting with Disney. And we'll get that visa in less than 30 days approved with US. You know what I'm saying? Like that happens. We do that stuff. Is that my preference? No. You know what I'm saying? Like, no.
No means no.
Guys, it's kind of it.
What do you
That's
mean?
That's it. I mean, I have a question from Fernandito that I could address here. Fernandito Bogotano. If I have real evidence, like events, media features, and videos, but cannot get the official documentations from the organizers on time, is it acceptable to submit the evidence with public references and contact info for verification? So it does become difficult, right? So it's ultimately, let's say, so if you have an event, you have photographs at the event, you have potentially social media about the event, you have press about the event, then I'm perfectly fine if you don't have a letter verifying the event and you could just provide contact information for verification, if anything. But if you have nothing for the event, you don't have photographs, you don't have press about the event, you don't have a flyer, you don't have an email confirmation, you don't have anything, and the only thing you're providing is just a letter that says Fernandito participated in X event, which was on X date, verified, that is a problem, right? Because a letter is never going to be sufficient. The way I like to describe it is a letter can always be one of minimum 2 pieces of evidence. One letter to verify any piece of evidence is never, ever sufficient. You need to have a secondary piece of evidence to verify that information. Again, could be email exchanges, photographs, any press about the event, it could be social media about the event. There is a host of things, but the letter itself is not sufficient.
Not sufficient.
I mean, cases cannot be built just on letters.
Correct.
Like that's it. It's great complementary evidence. It's good to give context, but letters are just,
Correct.
You do need other evidence.
You can't base an entire case. They're even specifically with USCIS on the category of productions for O1s. It specifically says your case cannot be, this category cannot be won by letters. And that is explicitly in this law.
Let's see here.
Got my premium processing refund.
There you go.
Cha-ching. Should we have the
We have to have a
come on money?
cha-ching
We
one.
need the money.
Might as well.
The money button.
We have to have a cha-ching.
Yeah, we do need a money
sound.
button.
Cha-ching.
So I'm just coming to the conclusion of Alexa's alternative jobs. And I'm thinking he is hold up. I had such a good one, I almost had a laugh attack. Hold up. Let me think about it for a second if I bring it up again.
I think he intros people at the circus.
No.
Like he lets people into their chair.
No,
You know?
not dressed.
An usher?
An usher dressed like
like he intros people.
he's like handsome
Welcome
Dan.
to the circus.
No, he's
you
handsome.
know?
No.
Here's
He's
the guy
handsome
who
Dan
bounces
right
on a
today.
ball.
No. He is
Oh, you're talking
the
about the
before picture of the Hair Club for Men president. Okay. He is the before picture. And then after, he has hair.
I like the before. I'm done with it.
Me too.
I don't got to brush
Hey,
my hair.
Let me tell you something, baby. You're beautiful, okay?
Hey,
Don't
How
let,
much
don't
have you
let
spent on
anybody
shampoo?
ever tell you that.
Bald is beautiful, and I use the girl's
Hello,
shampoo.
you have to shampoo your head regardless of the
Yeah,
fact you have
it's for
hair or
your
not.
scalp.
Like
You
it's
know
for your
this.
scalp. Come on.
No dandruff.
Listen, people don't know this, but I'm very bald.
No, you're not. You always say that,
Back
but you're
here.
not bald.
I'm very bald. I've been balding for a long time. I'm very bald back
Oh, you're
here.
doing well.
And it's
yeah,
like,
he's really not.
this is a fantasy. Okay.
It's not.
This is like man makeup. Okay. This is a fantasy right here. Everything that's happening. I know that I'm talking a whole bunch of smack, and I know in 10 years, my friend, I'll be asking you for tips.
I'll give you
Okay.
the razor. Go by your house and
All right,
shave
guys.
it.
Have a good one. Take care.
See you on
See you
Thursday.
Thursday.
Spanish.
12 noon.
TikTok, Instagram. We're posting. If you have questions, let us know.
We're posting.
Someone's posting.
Well, not.